I wish I would have known that America is a business, not a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. We are all products and or items of the state and the country. You are auctioned off to America via your social security number and your birth certificate information. Classify yourself as property of the USA so you can pay taxes and be controlled. Nothing can be said to be certain but death and taxes. I just wish I would have known.
What would you do if you knew?
Have you ever looked at your income statements or even your bank statements and really looked at how much money you spend and where the money actually goes? Most people know what their mortgage is or rent, their car note, and maybe their next biggest bill. Then they glance at their money that they have in their bank accounts, including their paycheck for the week, and see how much of a cushion they have for the month. If they have a cushion, some may need to borrow money. It's a problem for most, and at first hand you might think you don't have much money because of inflation, you lost your job, and or things are too expensive. Well, that may be true. I think there's some things that are being left out though. Let's rewind things back a little bit and not forget that this country became a shady, evil business from the beginning when the settlers came from Europe and murdered all the indigenous people and stole their land and lied to the whole world and began programming, teaching in schools that they discovered America. They manipulated people into thinking that it was done with honor, integrity, and how brave the settlers were by creating statues of these guys so they would never die. I guess it wouldn't be in America's best interest to tell you that the Constitution was written in 1787 by three men in association with like-minded individuals to protect their property, wealth, and freedom with evil intent to control the world at the expense of the people that didn't belong to them. Not of the people, by the people, and for the people. Some of you refer to this as the powers that be. And let's just say after 27 amendments, the Constitution hasn't been revised enough, or if at all. This is supposed to be the land of the free, home of the brave, the land of opportunity. You're innocent till proven guilty. All men are created equal. Protect and serve. Just say no to drugs. Sounds amazing. However, what if I told you that all those slogans, movements, and famous phrases are distractions so that people don't see the evil, greedy business deals and or shady laws that are being passed right under their nose at the people's expense? I don't know about you, but I pay income tax, FICA tax, sales tax, excise tax, property tax, capital gains tax, gift tax, business tax. And it seems like those taxes get taxed, and I always incur some other type of fees, to be honest with you. I think we're creating more taxes as we speak. And let me go a little deeper. There are about 250 million adults in America. 60% of them are employed according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. That is 150 million people working in America. The average taxpayer pays $14,300 a year in taxes. So in just federal income taxes alone, not the other 8 taxes I named, but only federal income taxes, this country collects $2.14 trillion. Think about that for a second. Now think if I added in state tax, sales tax, FICA tax, capital, you get the point. You might be looking at $40 to $50 trillion every year. Also understand that the federal government only spent a little over $6 trillion for the whole year in 2023, allegedly. Now in 2024, we are $35 trillion in debt. I don't know. I'll let you do the math. I'm not in charge of the budget. There are just a few things that don't add up to me. So let's try an experiment. Let's take race, gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, licenses, and degrees out of the equation. Now tell me what has changed since the Constitution was written in 1787. I'll wait. So much for furthering mankind. Now put race, gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, licenses, and degrees back into the equation. Then ask yourself why they exist. Maybe it's power and control. But a wise man once said, if nothing changes, then well, nothing changes. You see, this isn't about race. It's about classifications and categories that Americans are put in to keep one group powerful and control everybody else in manageable groups to attain the maximum profits out of everybody's worth while distracting them with problems that occur within each group, so they compete amongst each other so much so that they cannot see the real issues that are right under their nose that could really help this country, because maybe something will be done about it, and that's bad for business. That sounds like malpractice, but who's judging? So you might say, what happens when a category or group of people start to get too much power? Well, that's easy. All you do is you assist the less fortunate people from different countries that are not a threat of interfering with your business by giving them housing, food, jobs, and allow them to create a population to add another division in the economy, then justify raising taxes, then repeat steps 1 through 3. If all men are created equal, then maybe we should focus on mankind instead of causing intentional, psychotic division to pad pockets of people that don't need it. I think a more patriotic approach would be to spend a few trillion, which would not in any way affect the elite, but would make sure everybody's eating, has housing, and is healthy. By doing that, you'll at least get the less fortunate the help and stability that they probably never were given, which would show that you do care about all people in this country enough to level out the playing field and truly make this the land of opportunity where everybody is created equal. Until then, do yourself a favor and learn everything you can about money, how to protect your assets, and the laws that will deter you. Good luck.